Hello everyone, just thought I'll come on here quickly. I just thought I'd come up and just check the allotment. I'm really chuffed with what we got done the other day. Bert was a godsend, bless him. I've got to, basically the plan is to bark the rest of all of that up. I'm going to demolish this table and reuse the wood to make some beds. I'm probably going to go the same width as my collar bed, but go the length that there is, and just try and get some more extra beds on here. I'm still looking for a greenhouse or / polytunnel to put on this plot. To be honest, I would really like a polytunnel like that, because I'm sort of intrigued of the difference between the greenhouse and a polytunnel, if there is any difference, and just go from there really. But no, I'm really chuffed with how this is coming on. I would not have been able to get as much done as what I have without Bert's help, to be honest. So big shout out to Bert is back, because bless him, he has done a lot of work, and as I say, I wouldn't be as far on as what I am now. So the idea was basically just to, I'm just going to put you up here, sorry about that. That wasn't very good, was it? Turn the music off. The idea was just to pop up here and just have a quick look about and see how things are, and just reevaluate about how I'm going to do things, because you know, things cost a fortune, and how I would like it to look is very uniform, but to be quite honest, I haven't got the finances for that as of yet. I can always change it later on down the line, but the main thing is I want to get as much product out of both plots as possible. Ideally I wanted to change my old plot about, but I'm not going to do that this year. That might be a project for next year, because the beds need a bit of attention, to be honest. But I think my partner is going to help me to just get another year out of it. But ideally, because of the shape of the beds, I do like the pallet collars. But if you're having a lot of beds on one plot, that soon adds up, because they're like 10 quid a pop, and you know, I'm gonna have to go round. I'm just a normal day-to-day person on a budget like everybody else, struggling with the cost of living and stuff. So you have to be a bit frugal and try and use what you can wear as cheaply as possible, really. But it's all a learning curve as well, because sometimes it is better to fork out for new things, because they last a little bit longer. But I must admit, I took my plot on, as I say, 5 years ago now, and my beds have been fine, and it was all reclaimed wood, and if you get 5 years out of your raised beds, I think you're doing pretty well, to be fair. But that could be just me. It's alright, I'm just driving around because I want to go check the other plot as well. The birds might need a bit of food, and I just want to think about what my next jobs are going to be. we see a lot of people, and you know, I follow a lot of people on YouTube, and that's where I've learned what I know about gardening, to be fair. So shout out to all them people that take the time and do their research and what have you. I'm just a normal working person. I've just finished work, and I just thought, oh, I'll pop up and just give it a bit of thought about what my next plan is going to be. I know that we've got to finish off the new plot, but when I've got that done, what do I do after that? Because we're very quickly coming into growing season. It'll be here before we know it. And if I don't watch myself, I'm going to miss the season. And I really do want a really good year this year. Whether it's, you know, things grow or they don't grow, it is neither here or there. It's just that I'm actually out, I've got my hands in the soil, and I'm giving it a really good go. Because let's face it, we come up here, and whatever happens with the growing, even the farmers, bless them, it's all down to the weather. If the weather's right or not. It's right, I'm going to take you off and we'll go on to the other plot and have a little chat on there. I'm really sorry if I'm going on a little bit, but it's my thought process. Oh, my water bath has fell over. Poor birdies. Oh, they've got plenty of food. That's a good thing. Oh, my gate needs mending. It's sort of dropped. Like I say, like on that bed there, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll take closer. I need to mend this because like it's rotten, it's broken, and like that one needs reinforcing. It's bowing, and I'm really not sure how to tackle it. See, ideally, I wanted to make it into smaller beds. But to do that, I think it's going to be a bit of a bigger job because I've got to dig all that all out. And as you all know, my health isn't great. So I have to do what I can when I can. Like probably most of you, to be fair. You know, as we get a bit older, even the young uns, you know, it's you do what you can where you can, but it's what's best. Do I put walkways in and make them smaller? Because this bed is actually my flower bed, and the main principle of my flower bed is that I grow my own flowers so that birthdays, I can do my own bouquets. My mum, bless her, she passed away in 2015, was a very poorly lady, and like I like to grow my own flowers to put on her grave. I used to do like flower arranging, hand tying and things, and I like doing that process, and it's nice the fact that I've grown it and it's for my loved ones. So like the flowers that's in there, a lot of the flowers represent people that I hold close to my heart. Like it's their favourite flower, like peony, fuchsia, lilies. I love dahlias, I love zinnias. So I don't really want to disturb it too much, so I'm in a catch-22. If any of you's got any idea or advice of what to do, whether to just leave it as it is, but take that bit of wood out, reinforce it so it doesn't bow, because obviously it's a big bed with that soil pushing down, it makes them bow. And the same with this one. This one isn't, I'm not that so bothered about it, if that makes any form of sense. I don't think that was English, to be fair. It's been a long day. And like, I like this size. I like it where you can get all the way around it. It's a lot easier. I have found with the bigger beds, you're having to lean over, and like I have arthritis and fibromyalgia, and I'm in a lot of pain a lot of the time, so leaning over a lot and things like that, it's not very good for me, and then there's only so much of that I can do. So, but I really want a good year. I want all my beds full. So I just don't know what direction to take it over here, to be fair. It looks very, I know it's winter, but it looks like rubbish, but it's all useful stuff. It's like, I've got permission to have chickens on this plot, and ideally I still want to have chickens, but I want it where you can walk in it. And I've got to make it as fox-free and rat-free as possible to deter it. So any advice on that side of things would be amazing. I'm just going to come in here and just check this out. We still ain't got our water on yet. It don't come on for some time. But I did put water in and everything looks very wet. The garlic is coming up. It'd be nice if the beans started coming up, but I think it's still a little bit cold. On one of these, I want to dig and see if it's sprouting. You know, I am impatient, and you're probably all shouting at me. You know what? It ain't doing a damn thing, look. Nothing. It hasn't even split open. I'll stick him back in. The thing is, the beans are going to be a bit of a catch-22 because it is really, really cold. We've had a lot of bad weather all over the country. And like broad beans and runner beans, I've got ample of, so. But it would be nice to have it where basically I feel like I'm ahead. I feel good about the new plot. I've got that in my head. I know where I'm going. It could be that I'm trying to bite off more than what I can chew. I don't know. But this one, I feel like I need to vamp it up a little bit. I do want to get rid of all the grass because that was a big mistake. Since I've had grass, I never used to, but like since I've had grass, it's growing in all my beds. It's gone everywhere. I strim. I don't mow it. I don't know if that's the bigger issue with it. And I think basically parts of the grass is going into the beds and then rooting. I could be talking complete rubbish and like that ain't what's happening at all. It's just grass. But I never used to have this problem with grass in my raised beds. Weeds, yeah, but not grass. So I want to get rid of my grass and I want to put that back to bark, like we are doing with the new plot, because it looks so much neater. And we are lucky here. We do get bark, and like it's only 20p a wheelbarrow, so it's not the end of the world. But I'm a bit lost with this plot. Any advice would be, what would you do? Would you leave it and just maintain it and look at it next year? Or would you say, right, no, get new plot done and then start sorting out the old plot? How would you tackle it? Because I don't know. I don't know whether to try and just do one more year on here and then sort it out and change it about, because I'm even thinking about, do I put my bed closer to the fence? I don't know. Help. That's what I need. I need advice. I have, see, also what I did was, because my partner's against me having chickens, because, like, you have to come up every day, morning, afternoon, and all that, and it's a big commitment. I understand what he's saying. I get that. But I've always wanted chickens. I was brought up with chickens. So I did plant at the back some asparagus, and there was 4 in here, but I think they've died. This one's doing really, really well, and like, it's been in here for a couple of years. But this is where the chickens were going to go, at the back of my shed. And the idea was basically use the whole area for the chickens and bring it out to sort of where my cold frame is, so that I could walk in and walk through another door into, like, so it would have the outer shell and then an inner shell, so it would be like double skinned, if you like, and slab all the bottom, and then just miss one slab, so I could put a big bucket in there to do like a nice dust bath for the chickens, and then just put loads of bark on top of the slabs, so that the rats couldn't dig under and come up. Obviously they can chew through the wire and come through the wire, but I was thinking about using proper hardcore thick metal as my outer skin, and have small squared wire, but a little bit more flimsy, as the inner skin, and then have the chicken hut where they go and they nest. And like, I was going to use like down pipes that you use for like your guttering and stuff for their food and their water. I'd still like to have my chickens. I think it would be lovely. I've always wanted bantams. You're not allowed to have cockerels on here, and they're sort of a little bit against the big red hens. I don't understand that why, but you know, it's one of them. But I do think it'd be nice just to come out, make a cage, so that when I've got a crop that needs munching and just wrecking into the soil, stick the chickens on there and let them do the job for you while you're up here doing other jobs, and then use their manure and put it in your compost. You've got their eggs, you know. All right, little bantams, they don't have massive eggs, do they? But I just think that they've got so many benefits to the allotment if they're maintained correctly. And obviously you have to record it now to say that you've got the Z chickens and where they are, because of bird flu and all of that. So where before you could just get them and it was what it was, now you have to register and all that, which it isn't difficult to do that. It's just a bit of time on the computer. So I've got a few things going on in my head at the minute, and I would just like a little bit of guidance from you guys. What would you do in the situation? Where would you see this plot going? If you would change it, how would you change it? Just for a little bit of inspiration. Anyway, main thing was coming up, just checking the birds had got food and that everything was okay, and I think they'd blown away or out like that. It's still light, it's starting to get a bit cool now. So I'm going to get back in my car. I'm in my work